Hey, YouTube fam, ever heard the saying, the higher the expectations, the harder the fall? Well, buckle up because today, we're diving into one of the biggest flops in the EV world, the Honda E. This adorable little car had everyone hyped up, but when it hit the market, it tripped over its own charging cable. Get ready for a ride that's as bumpy as it is enlightening. Let's uncover what went wrong with the Honda E. Design and aesthetics. First impressions do matter, and the Honda E nailed that part. With its round LED headlights, smooth lines, and minimalist aesthetic, it was like a cute puppy begging for adoption. People fell in love at first sight. Inside, the Honda E was equally charming. The dashboard looked like it was designed by someone who had binge-watched too many episodes of The Jetsons. It featured a wide digital display that stretched across the cabin, wooden trims, and comfy seats. It was like stepping into a stylish, futuristic living room. The spacious interior, despite the car's compact size, provided ample legroom and headspace, making it comfortable for both driver and passengers. Subtle ambient lighting enhanced the modern feel, creating a relaxing atmosphere for any journey. Even small touches, like the fabric upholstery made from recycled materials, showed Honda's attention to detail and commitment to sustainability. The Honda E's interior was a delightful blend of technology and comfort, capturing the hearts of those who valued both innovation and aesthetics. Power and performance. Now, let's talk about what really powers the Honda E, or more accurately, what doesn't. Equipped with a modest 35.5 kilowatt-hours battery, the Honda E could only muster up about 137 miles of range. Yes, you heard that right, 137 miles. That's like planning a road trip and realizing you can barely make it out of your city before needing a charge. It's like the car version of a marathon runner who forgot to carbo load. Sure, it had zippy acceleration and could navigate tight city streets like a pro. But in a market where range is king, the Honda E was left in the dust. Range anxiety. Range anxiety is real, folks, and the Honda E didn't do much to alleviate it. With competitors offering ranges well over 200 miles, the Honda E's 137 miles felt more like a gentle suggestion than a promise. Imagine planning a weekend getaway and spending more time hunting for charging stations than enjoying the trip. It's like going on a diet and realizing you can only eat celery sticks while everyone else is feasting on pizza. The Honda E was perfect for short city commutes, but anything beyond that and you were flirting with disaster. This limited range made spontaneous road trips or longer drives stressful, as you constantly had to map out charging stops. Moreover, in regions with sparse charging infrastructure, the anxiety only intensified. Despite its charming design and city-friendly features, the Honda E's range was a significant drawback for many potential buyers. Technology and innovation. The Honda E did try to woo tech lovers with its gadgets and gizmos. The full-width digital dashboard was a sight to behold, offering everything from navigation to entertainment at your fingertips. The side mirrors were replaced with cameras, projecting live video feeds to screens inside the car, a cool feature until you realized that replacing a broken camera would cost as much as a small vacation. And let's not forget the Honda E's voice-activated personal assistant, which sometimes felt more like talking to a confused friend than a helpful AI. It's like having a fancy smartwatch that only tells you the time correctly half the time. The interior also boasted seamless smartphone integration, allowing drivers to sync their devices effortlessly. Ambient lighting added a futuristic touch, creating a cozy and modern atmosphere. However, these tech marvels often left traditionalists yearning for the simplicity of analog controls and physical buttons. While the tech was impressive, its practicality sometimes fell short of expectations. Challenges faced by Honda. Charging the Honda E was another adventure in itself. While it did support fast charging, getting to 80% in about 30 minutes, the small battery size meant you'd be seeing a lot more of those charging stations than you'd probably like. Imagine being at a party and having to take a snack break every 10 minutes. Eventually, it gets old. The infrastructure just wasn't there to support a car that needed to charge so often, and drivers found themselves constantly planning their journeys around charging stops. It's like having a smartphone with an amazing screen, but a battery that dies before lunchtime. On paper, the Honda should have been an environmental warrior, but in practice, it was more of an eco-warrior. With its limited range and frequent charging needs, it didn't quite hit the mark in terms of reducing emissions as effectively as its competitors. It's like running a marathon to save the planet, but getting winded after the first mile. The effort was there, but the execution, not so much. Competitors and market reaction. Now let's put the Honda E side by side with its rivals. Take the Tesla Model 3, for example, offering over 250 miles of range, cutting-edge tech, and a supercharging network that made long-distance travel a breeze. Or the Nissan Leaf, with its practical range and affordability. Even the Chevrolet Bolt was a more compelling option with its impressive range and lower price point. Compared to these heavyweights, the Honda E was like the underdog that just couldn't keep up. It's like bringing a knife to a gunfight, adorable, but not very effective. When the Honda E finally hit the market, the reaction was lukewarm at best. Sure, it had its fans, those who adored its quirky design and were content with short city drives. But for the broader market, it fell short. Sales were underwhelming, and it quickly became clear that the Honda E was more of a novelty than a game changer. It's like buying a designer outfit that looks amazing, but is too uncomfortable to wear for more than an hour. The story of the Honda E is a cautionary tale for the automotive industry. It showed that having a cool design and nifty features isn't enough to succeed in the competitive EV market. Range, practicality, and infrastructure are key. Honda aimed high but missed the mark by not fully addressing the needs and concerns of potential buyers. It's like trying to bake a cake and forgetting the sugar. No matter how pretty it looks, it's just not going to satisfy. The future of Honda E. So, what's next for the Honda E? While it may have stumbled out of the gate, there's still hope. Honda is known for innovation and resilience, and there's a good chance they'll learn from this experience. Future iterations could address the shortcomings and turn the Honda E into a more competitive player in the EV market. Imagine a Honda E with a longer range, better charging infrastructure, and all the charm that made people fall in love with it in the first place. It's like the comeback story we're all rooting for. Honda has already hinted at possible upgrades and improvements for future models. There's talk of a more efficient battery, extended range, and even more advanced tech features. These changes could transform the Honda E from a short-lived novelty into a long-term player in the EV market. It's like watching your favorite underdog sports team finally get the right coach and training to turn things around. The Honda E was a car that promised a lot but ultimately couldn't deliver in the ways that mattered most. Its cute design and innovative features were overshadowed by its lackluster range and practical challenges. But every flop has a silver lining. Honda has the opportunity to learn from this and come back stronger. The Honda E may have stumbled, but the journey is far from over. That's all for today's video. If you enjoyed this deep dive into one of the biggest flops in the electric vehicle world, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell for more content.